There is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Bill. Good. Yeah, it's a little weird. And then, like, you know, the scoring, I kept, like, trying to figure out which one's team 2, and then I finally just, screw it, I'm just keeping track the way I keep track of it.
The live streaming is going to help us.
The live stream is going to help you?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, the roar of the crowd.
Yeah. We're 1-0 against you guys on live stream matches, right? Or just video matches. Yeah. We may not have seen the video, but...
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm out of balls.
They get one
Okay.
spot.
And then who do I have?
Now I'm going to
Who
give it
you
to
give
you.
to me? Got it.
Now, this is filled out, 5-2, and I'm going to try to get it up to you. You got a better chance?
Thanks. Here's your pen. So
Okay. Dead, right?
who's ahead here? Who's the other player? Gaylor. Rems. Wagner. And so who's ahead right now? Kaler and Rems. And who served last? And you served on the left side?
No, I served on the right side.
You served on the right side?
Yeah, you can see it.
I think I'm good. I'm just
25
figuring
guys.
out who we got here.
Yeah.
15 love.
Yeah.
$30 love.
Yep.
$30-15. $30 all.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
30-40.
Help. Yeah. Come on. Okay.
Game. Set. Is that, oh no, sorry, no. Yeah, that's set, right? Yeah, 6-2. Kayla Rams wins 6-2 over Hirsch and Wagner.
Jerry, he's got the volume for Caleb Rams. McNerney Czerwinski around there.
Was that the first, gentlemen? I'm sorry. Was that the first set you guys played?
Brett? Talk to Kelly.
Good, so none of that was recorded at all.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I guess. Danny, where was it?
I'm going.
In the hot here.
In the hut, there's a lock if you're nervous.
No. I don't hear Jerry at all. I can barely hear you, Captain. Far up in the distance.
Is this a semifinal, guys? Where are you from?
All 4 players are from Pittsburgh.
All from Pittsburgh? It's a wonderful
We've
town.
probably played each other 20 times. So
Wonderful town.
Complete shit show from there.
really,
The guy's like, I can't hear Brad, I can't hear Mark, I don't know the scores.
remote commentators in a first-time location.
How hard is it? I can't imagine the Zoom, right? It's a company, like this is a business, right?
Yeah, but I'm sure doing it with like remote commentators, like officials in his house, Jerry Johnson in his house.
I think the biggest issue probably is like internet at these places. Right? Like, how do you,
Yeah.
do you have Wi-Fi?
True. Right, but like you need it to have HD video and consistent sound.
Like a cell signal in this down in this hole pretty often, right? Like North Park.
Yeah.
Actually, the cell signal's fine.
Trying to make excuses for it.
We're not as hilly as Pittsburgh.
It's a nice area.
Love 15.
That's the camera? Wait, it's in the court?
Yeah. Good to go. Ready to go. Are they good?
We good to go, Jay?
Good to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, we're live.
During the McNerney Czerwinski match, because that's what we're all looking at. And just
Listening to Kayla Rams. So I understand that, but they don't understand.
Hey, Jay.
And again, that's coming from Command Central, not telling me who's on what court. But I don't think they realize, I don't think John and Kelly realize that the audio is switched. They're showing this one court, but we're listening to
No, I was just talking to Kelly, asked me which mic he had on. So he should have figured it out by now.
Now we have Czerwinski McNerney umpire for his match.
Okay, we're just trying to figure out which match and which
30 all.
audio.
.40.
All right, folks.
McNerney here. The coast side of the court. Czerwinski black for the Graham McNerney blue hat. Right hand. Right Lofgren. Left hand against ball right now. And I believe the score of this game is 2 first set to Czerwinski McNerney 6-3. And I'm not positive what the score of this set is. I think it's 1-love from the umpire after the skip.
It's a good matchup here. You know, you got our 4th-ranked team in the country, Czerwinski McNerney. They started off the year last year, gangbusters, winning the first couple of tournaments of the year, and didn't probably finish as well as they wanted to in nationals, but a very, very good team. Got one of the best forehands in the game and one of the most talented players in the game, Czerwinski, one of the best volleyers in the game. And Graham McNerney, he's also got a good finishing overhead. Tough team. Looks pretty good today for sure. And you had mentioned before, you know, Lofgren's had some cramping issues before. How's he feeling out there? He looks like he's moving pretty well.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't hamper too much. And he told me earlier today he might not even take this match.
Now Randy Lofgren's receiving serve there. Czerwinski serving. Lofgren's got a really good backhand. Sneaky forehand. He sort of hits it flat and down. Backhand's the better shot of the two, but his forehand has developed over the years where he can actually hit it a little. That was a tough ball to drive.
Czerwinski McNerney. Second set is tied 2 games apiece. Czerwinski McNerney won the first set 6-3.
Okay, so 2-1 second set. First set, as we said, straight to Czerwinski.
There you have it. That's a nice rolling serve there by Randy Lofgren. It's kind of a sidearm delivery.
Well, anytime you can take a look at that when you're separating a lot of tools, you've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, one of the best forehands in the game without a doubt.
I would say the best forehand game at the big South Africa.
15 love.
Yeah, there are a few contenders out there, but it's certainly it's got all the things you need. The really short release, excellent attacking, speed off the ball, incredible. In fact, everything Czerwinski does is almost as if he's not trying. He just kind of walks through it. He's so talented.
He is so talented. I think one of the big leaps made, they started to be a little cautious with the shot selection. You can hit any shot.
That's always the question. Should you, right?
Yep. It was one-handed attack from the rest of the country.
Yeah, but the more he hits it, I don't find the better he does.
Agreed.
And there you saw McNerney miss a forehand there. If there's, I wouldn't call it an Achilles heel, but that forehand gets a little hot and cold with McNerney, and he can lose confidence in it. He loves the high ball off the backhand screen. Players can work the middle of the court there. He's got a great block lob. He stands there, good hands, loves to blitz. There's a blitz, using his hands. Yep.
It really plays, his court positioning plays in.
Yep, and I think he gets a lot of points with it, but he loses some too. It's a little high reward play, but he can definitely dial it in. He's a very smart player, very cerebral. For years, he's been doing stats for the APTA on watching matches, charting them. He knows a lot of the players' tendencies.
I would say the big question in this game is the decision making and the defense.
Yep, big points is a big deal, and the forehand gets spotty from time to time. Those are the, if you want to call them weaknesses, the weaknesses, or the less strong parts of his game, I guess we'll say. See, they're going every ball in there to the forehand. He likes the ball off the screen. Yeah, it was a good little shot. Lofgren was definitely moving back already for the lob. Got caught out of position and not ready for the volley. I've never seen Crick, the lefty up at the net there now, with such long hair. He's got a COVID hairstyle going. I think he's only had short hair every time I've seen him. I'm liking the long locks.
Okay.
All right, that's a good shot. Nice and deep overhead to Czerwinski. That's what you were talking about before a little shot selection choice there from off his heels with Lofgren at the net. So a good hold there from Crick and Lofgren. Absolutely. I think we're going to kick Mark off for a second, get his audio worked out a little. We're doing a little musical commentators here, and Jerry just sat in the chair, and she's going to jump on with me. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Brad. How are you?
Oh, this is awesome watching this great match here between Crick and Lofgren and our #1 seeds of McNerney and Czerwinski.
All right, can you bring me up to speed, Mark's? We're having audio problems with Mark, so can you bring me up to speed? And I would happily join you in the commentating. What's the score?
So it's 6-3 for Czerwinski McNerney, and it's 2-3 now.
Okay. These guys met before, head to head?
I don't know if they have, to be honest. I'm not sure. I think they're all familiar with each other in one form or another. Crick and Lofgren have been playing together for years, so I'd imagine they have. Czerwinski McNerney, it's just a lot to deal with. Got the great offense, with the Czerwinski forehand and all this. Yep. They got no offense from the net and from the backcourt. Now, Crick and Lofgren have it as well, but it's just a question of levels and consistency, right? So the key is for Crick and Lofgren to find the right type of strategy that's going to help. And that's a perfect strategy. Hit lead cord winners against a great volleyer.
He got the down up overhead he was looking for, and he just stepped in and cracked it. Is that Modik got sunglasses on? Modik Czerwinski? Yes, he looks like he's in the witness protection program. He's all in black.
All
This
in
is the
black
first time I'm
with a racing stripe on the side.
Yep, yep. It's the first time I've seen these guys play this year, so it's always fun. They had a great run at the beginning last season. I think they won 2 tournaments and
40-30.
kind of lost a little bit of momentum going into the Nationals, but a tough team.
Yeah, Mark was saying that McNerney is struggling with some knee issues after November of last year. He's probably going to be having arthroscopic surgery very soon.
Oh, that's too bad. So have you seen any change in his mobility?
I mean, he looks good right now for sure. All the players out there, we were worried a little bit about Lofgren's cramping, but he looks like he's moving okay as well. So far so good for all the players out there. It's a lot of good action out here. The issue is going to be for Crick and Lofgren is how they're going to be able to, for both these teams to actually hurt each other from the net. That's a good play, and it's a nice gift from Czerwinski. Bad choice to hit a little slippery drive from off his heels. And Czerwinski can track anything down, but from your heels in the backcourt, when the opponent knows it's going, it's easy drop winner.
It's either a slash, a nick, or a drop shot, right?
Randy Lofgren, I love the serve he was putting in there. So Lofgren and Crick have been able to serve relatively effectively to keep the return from being a huge issue. That's a nice dunk overhead. McNerney will use more of the waterfalls than a lot of players, who uses height to come down on the ball and hit spikes that dribble off the back screen. You get Crick there.
So how come he does hit that a lot? How come the players don't come in and spike that more off the deck?
Because I think he does a really good job holding it. Like, he has a great job holding on to it, but you're right. I think players absolutely could put some plays in where they hit the lob and move 2-3 steps forward. He also just happens to be tall enough. He's just pretty good at it. So he gets it short enough in the court where you do take the risks. You might get one, but he also gets it over your head from time to time. So
and he also, I think he baits them into it too. Like he gets some of them to hit that shot when they really shouldn't. He closes the net so well. He's a good volleyer. So he, sometimes he just is doing it intentionally to get them to hit when they normally wouldn't hit.
Work that middle of the court. You're going to see Lofgren and Crick work that middle of the court constantly. Stay away from the sides. That's a good cut overhead from Crick.
Yeah, that's got some action on it.
Yeah, off the bounce, get the double spinner. You see both these players, if you watch McNerney and Czerwinski lob, they just set their paddle down, open the face, hold it. They're very calm. Push the ball up. Move it from left to right a little bit. There you go, pushing them back and away. They're going to look for an opportunity, but you don't see them do a lot of setups. They don't move to the left or move to the right, crawl up the side wire. It's more like they just keep probing and wait till you get the mistake, and then Czerwinski's got a quick trigger.
These guys are doing a great job with their overheads. I mean, they're not giving them anything to step in and attack.
No, and they're going to, like we talked about, they're going to keep working the middle. How many overheads have you seen going to the side so far?
Yeah.
There was one, and that's the mistake, though, because he went down, and McNerney he broke the route. Before he was even hitting it, he was moving up the side wire. You play this great point, then you make the one mental blip, right?
That's what it is. It's just such a level separator, is your willingness to stay in the point and make good choices. And it's the maturity of a player. Everybody wants to hit the big shots, but they make a lot of errors in between making those big shots. So it's once you start to see the court differently and a willingness to pick spots and and stay in there and wait for the right ball, then you go deeper in the draw.
And Crick and Lofgren they're knocking on the door. They've been a good team, and they are a good team. They haven't quite broken through many times against these top-tier teams.
Game Czerwinski McNerney. They lead the second set 4-3.
And they're from different states, right? Are they both from?
Well, Lofgren, was a professional down at the, I believe it's the old Provincetown Racket Club, I believe, in North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and he was a pro there. I believe he's moved on to a new career now, but he was a pro there for many years. I actually went down there and certified a bunch of their pros back in the day. And great bunch of guys down there.
And Nathan is from South Carolina? Is that where he plays out of?
Not sure, actually. I'm going to look that one up. They get their competition up here. We've seen 2 or 3 of those now where the guys are just hitting these back screen drives off the back, and the players are just right on the net. You got to lob, continue to play the right kind of point. That's a great return from Lofgren. I think McNerney did not think he was playing that volley. I think McNerney thought his ball was going out and Lofgren was going to leave it.
That's the first one we'd let go out.
Long.
30.
Yes, it's a good ball to hit.
So we know, who's got the stats on the McNerney-Czerwinski team. I remember doing a pre-court interview with these guys, and Graham saying the strategy, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do that. And Modic's like, oh yeah, no, I listened to him, but then I kind of do my own thing. He's like, he likes to free flow a little bit more.
Yeah, flow's a great word for Czerwinski. He's one of the most fluid players on the tour.
Smooth.
Ridiculously smooth. That's an absurd
That's a
shot.
two-handed backhand cross court.
That is, you would think he does that, and he has that kind of timing. It's exceptional. Lofgren can do that with his two-handed backhand.
Wow, talk about, what was that, like a half volley drive
Exactly what it
over
was.
the
That was
and then
impressive series there from Lofgren. Wow.
Backhand slash drop.
Advantage, Czerwinski.
It's been actually a great game, and they've had just 2 bad back screen drives from a low position with the ball behind them. One of the things I'm talking about on the season, my season mantras, is don't play a single ball behind you if you can. Everything in front of you, and you really can.
Graham just closes tight on the net.
Yeah, perfectly
got pull
done.
back and just, instead of trying to get back up to the net, just bailed and waited to see Graham handle McNerney handled the volley and then came back in.
Yeah, Lofgren, that serve he's got is pretty good. It comes in with a heavy spin, moves to the left, plays a little off balance. That's a good return off that one. He's reading it well.
Oh, he's got an open stance. I'm going to see this serve in slow motion. He's
got completely open stance.
Right. And what does that do, Brad? Like, I've seen all the other guys serving sidearm, turning sideways, but he is completely open stance.
I actually
jumping into it with his left foot.
Yeah, I think it's actually the right way to do it. I've been thinking about this for a little bit.
Watch his left foot. See him?
Yeah.
So
He's pushing it. It's sort of like how you would play sometimes an approach, an approach shot in tennis, moving forward and in. And he's using it like it's an approach shot in tennis. He's hitting it and moving into the net in one motion, and he's just hitting with an open stance, so he gets trunk rotation and upper body rotation coming across it, and then he just right in behind it like he's approaching the net in tennis, and works very well. I actually think that is kind of the way to play the underhand serve.
Well, that's the first time that I've seen him serve, and I mean, is it usually he served 2 faults? Obviously, is he?
He's been serving.
Bad game, or
he's been serving well.
Okay, so we just missed those 2.
But I don't remember.
It's a very aggressive motion. It's not just keeping the ball low, right?
No, there's a lot of action on his ball. It jumps heavy to the left. It moves in fast when it hits the ground. Creates a timing sequence for the opponent. They don't see it quite as much. I think his serve's actually pretty darn good. He's hitting it. I wouldn't say it's a true underhand serve. It's a sidearm kind of delivery from mid-height. It's good. Works well.
My audio is not, port audio is not working, so I don't know what the score is. Do you know? Oh, scoreboard is now up, and it's correct. Okay. So serving for the match. 6-3, 5-4. Graham McNerney serving.
15 love.
There you go. You see Lofgren. It's like, I hate you guys. They just get great return by Crick, and they're just cut off and stuffed right into Lofgren by Czerwinski. Beautiful shot.
15
wide. That's a great sequence. Lofgren hitting it down up overhead and easily picked up by Czerwinski, but he didn't move back into position at the net. Crick catches him off the net with a drive.
30 all.
30 all. Lofgren wants that return back. That was a big point at 15-30. Gotta put that in play, but he went with his bread and butter ball. Cutoff. They move fluidly up to the net and back into an I formation. McNerney, one of the best at closing off what I call a shutdown volley, when you know your opponent's going to drive and you move right in and you just take the ball and cut it off. You take their best shots and you volley right back. It's really demoralizing to the other team. And McNerney's definitely one of the best in the game.
40-30.
Yeah, he does. He reads the play well.
Match point.
40-30.
No. Match point. Yeah.
Just out. I thought he missed it wide. Yeah, that was just a missed push over.
Advantage, Crick Lofgren.
Oh, he just thumped that one. Great return. Love that sound off the paddle. Whop.
Game, Crick Lofgren.
In the neck.
Second set is tied, 5 games all.
It's a great game from them. They kept true to their shots. They hit big returns. They didn't shy away from the moment.
5-5.
15 love.
The second set, you're watching the men's semi-final. Now, second stop on the APTA Grand Prix Tour. We're at the Woodstock Club in Indianapolis.
fun to watch Crick's delivery here. He's got that delayed delivery. It almost looks like a foot fault. He hangs in the air here. The left foot comes down just after he hits it. Does that walking style of serve. Some guys jump in. I actually think that's the best way to save energy is to do that. I don't know. McNerney, he took 2 low drives there in this game. Both. One was a miss. The other's a put away drop volley. Got to set up that point.
Wow.
Nice, easy hold from.
Turn around there.
The second set.
Yep, we had a match point, and now they are serving to stay in it. Ismail Czerwinski.
I do. I see what you're saying about Crick's serve. It was a low point of contact as well, and he also does a very good job of getting back from his overheads and letting that ball drop. So we will switch over after this match. If the other men's semi-final is still going, we can switch over to that, and we'll also be bringing you the women's and men's finals tonight. So Czerwinski on the right, it's in the all black.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, nice shot there from McNerney. A little luck, but he earned it. He is one of the most economical volleys. He's a perfect study for anybody to watch. A great volleyer. You know, McNerney, his paddle is completely still. He puts it right behind the ball, gets his body behind it, just blocks it right back. Use the angle to face. He has the ability to add pace, take pace off it.
Yeah, he does a good job of deflecting those bullet drives and making it look effortless. Just by using the technique that you said. It's quiet, he deflects it back.
All right, Crick Lofgren just handing 3 points right back to him.
Move.
Yeah, it's a great move and a terrific volley from Czerwinski to redirect it away from the oncoming player. Oh. Czerwinski really, that half volley he hit a couple of shots ago, Jerry, it was ridiculously hard. He makes it look as if it was the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, that was, I'm going to track that down for the highlight reel.
Problem is, he does it with such ease, it doesn't even look like a highlight because it's so easy for him. It's crazy.
Is his best shot the two-handed backhand off the deck?
Who's that?
Lofgren?
Yes, that would be his number one bread and butter ball. Yep.
But he doesn't seem to shift to the middle when they look for a set-up play and look for it a little bit more, or he just takes it when it's given to him?
He takes it when it's given to him. He'll move more at times. I think he's conserving a little energy now. I also think that at times he used to move a lot and look to set up for it, and then guys would get it behind him and he would reach too much. So I think he's learned to kind of quiet the whole thing down. And his forehand has developed more. You know, he can sort of hit that high down forehand.
Right.
It's more of a push, you know, the forehand. All right, so tiebreaker starting here. There's that great serve that we've seen from Lofgren.
Keeping that ball away from Czerwinski's forehand.
Czerwinski sees a forehand, you're just asking for it.
Yep.
I mean, you can get, if you get it to a screen, it's fine. You're not worried about that. That's a good overhead. It's a decent ball. Because he will take some bad choices from time to time. But if you sit the ball in front of him, look at that.
That's a heartfelt I'm sorry from McNerney.
Yeah, he might be sorry, you know, but he'll take the point.
All right, 1-love. Graham McNerney serving.
That's the other thing he can do. Again, a lot of players have a grandiose setup. They'll move all the way around to the side of the ball. He waits to the last second, just quick under flip. Lofgren Crick didn't even see it coming. Beautiful shot. Yeah, I think that's just a bad risk move from Lofgren.
Well, that's how you get it down from there.
That is funny. So it's right in between and
Smack
stuck
it
on
into
the
the
netting.
netting. Yeah, clearly Czerwinski's seen that before.
That's the way to do it.
All right, 3-love.
That's a good tiebreaker so far. McNerney.
1 serving 3.
Crick and Lofgren have done a good job with their serves, though. They're not getting crushed on the return. They're able to get the net enough times. That's a surprising miss.
3 serving 2.
Good bonus for Crick and Lofgren.
Of overheads by McNerney, showing a lot of different spins.
Yeah, those are good overheads. Had him completely uncomfortable the whole way.
Czerwinski got that short lob and then really just carved down the back of the ball. It never came up.
Here we go.
2-5.
2 serving 5.
Run out of real estate here. Time to bear down.
That's a good look at his serve coming in as the receiver. You can see what that, and a slappy forehand there.
Yep, and see,
like a
that's
flick push.
Yeah, he pushes the forehand. It is a push, and that was
but it had a lot of heat on it.
No, that one was great heat. And again, every drive they've hit from the back screen turning around has been a worse play. And that's what McNerney does to you. It's match point now. He gets you, he baits you in, he hit it at him, and he got burned. He should have just hit it away from him, made him reach. And you think, I have the advantage here, but you still just don't. That is a crazy shot at 6-2 down in the tiebreaker for just a awesome highlight reel winner.
Another highlight reel.
6 serving.
No, there's plenty here. I mean, the shot making is incredible. I wouldn't say like. So, what do you think is the biggest difference between, say, Czerwinski, McNerney, Crick, Lofgren?
With their net play?
I mean, just in general, like the difference in this match and what you've seen.
Well, I mean, Czerwinski's just solid. I mean, he's smooth. He's solid. He's got big, thumping, classic forehand, classic strokes. Lofgren, this is really the first time that I've seen him play, so, I mean, he's unbelievable two-handed backhand off the deck. And then that push forehand, but with a lot of heat. I mean, it's tricky.
Yeah, he can.
I love his serve, too.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, to me, the whole thing rests in their ability, you know, McNerney and Czerwinski, to just cut off the drives from Crick and Lofgren and hit too many stuff volleys on them. They're stuffing them too many times. That's a great shot there. They got the right ball. Now, McNerney did his hard overhead, and he did the right thing. He bailed. Czerwinski stayed in. But if McNerney stayed in, he would have stayed literally right on top of the net. I think that was a good ball to bail on, though. But I think that's one of the biggest differences in the match. It's been their ability to cut off volleys and stuff them back. There it is, and there it is. Game, set, and match. Another ridiculous cut winner with ease from Czerwinski.
Right. I mean, the evolution of the game, we've been in the game for a long time. The evolution of the game is just all these different shots to be able to end the point. You are punished immediately if you hit a floater with a cut drop, you know, or a,
I'll get you down.
Help at all?
All right, and we just got a report in that Kaler and Rams just won their semifinal match. So
I believe the women's final is going to come up on court 2, and we've got Williams Gio versus Morgan Tenoro, so they came through to the final, and we'll be showing the women's final next, and then following the men's final.
that was some good action, Jerry.
Yeah.
So what's our time frame for the next match?
Well, I'm just hearing the results come in now. Okay, so I think we're going to take a break here and then come back with the women's final at 5 o'clock, which is 5 o'clock now. So it's going to be a quick turnaround.
Thanks for jumping in, Jerry. We'll see you guys soon for the men's and ladies finals.
Okay, we'll be right back after these quick messages with the women's final.